Hello and welcome to this week's Monkey Nut Punch podcast. Got the wrong setting there. Excuse me. Welcome to this week's Monkey Nut Punch podcast, where we've been away for a while. A good while. So,
well,
how
you
we
mean
doing,
you
Keith?
going on holiday, me going on holiday? If we would insist on going holiday, not at the same time, this shit happens.
I'd just like to point out that the week before you weren't on holiday, you had visitors over.
I did, yes. Long time, 8 years. Haven't seen them. So yeah, it was good. Anyway, we're back. Nothing's
We are
happened.
back.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing's.
No news.
No news. Nothing happened
Don't
whatsoever.
look here.
Don't look here. There's
So what? How you been?
busy, really busy. Finally got my car charger installed. I bought myself a gaming PC.
Well, you got rid of the Mac.
No, I'm still using the Mac. I'm going to use the Mac until it stops being supported, and when it stops being supported, then I will probably get a MacBook, because I don't like the new Macs. They're not cool. Yes.
Yeah. So what gaming PC you got?
It's called a HP Omen.
What graphics card is in it?
5060 RTX.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting back into PC gaming, are you?
Well, I've been doing PC gaming for a bit, I'll be honest with you, but I've been doing it through a rented virtual PC. So yeah, this is fun. I'll tell you one thing. When you start a Mac up, it's really easy to set up. I'm not talking about 45 minutes to get it going. This probably sent about 3 hours when I throw it in Steam and Discord and all the other bits in there, and insisting that it needs like 3,000 updates before I do anything. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want this shite. And then me not remembering to flip it over because I've got a keyboard that does Mac and PC. There's a tiny switch on it which allows me to be Mac or PC. Yeah, I need to swap the command key around for a Windows key, or a shared one. But yeah, no, I've got it. I'm going to start playing some games and stuff on it, and maybe doing some streaming. Been trying to stream, but unsuccessfully. But I'll get there eventually. But yeah, I can see Chuck's in the chat, so Chuck is a gold star before we even start. And you've been to Vietnam.
I have. You weren't there, man.
You don't know what it was like.
You don't know what it was like. I went to, it was the last minute. Decided instead of going to Chiang Mai, we go to Vietnam. Dirt cheap. Really cheap. I mean, we're getting around like taxi rides for less than £2. I mean, the taxi ride from the airport to the hotel, £3.
Wow. Just a quick one, because I can see Chuck's in the thingy. I started going back to the gym, so I started watching Chuck's videos. And he was in Ireland. I was in Ireland too. Just remember lots of alcohol. Whiskey and Guinness based mostly.
I think that was pretty much what Chuck did as well. So yeah, can't really go wrong. That's why the Irish are always so happy. And when they're not, they're blowing shit up. Anyway.
That's very 90s of you, Keith.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
very 90s.
I grew up in the 90s.
Same here.
Anywho, should we get on with the news? Because we've got lots of it.
We have got lots of it. Let's start with...
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
A recent report suggests that an idea for a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot, specifically a new version of Sunnydale, may already be off the table. While fans have been hearing rumblings about a potential revival of the iconic Supernatural series, it sounds like one particular direction the studio was exploring has now been scrapped. That raises some big questions about whether a Buffy revival is still happening at all, and if so, what form might it take?
It's actually been cancelled. She announced it, the whole thing. Hulu. I'm not going forward with the Hulu or whatever they're called.
Hulu!
Hulu. Just Disney
Hulu.
Plus. They'll fold it into Disney Plus. Disney are not going forward with it. So, Sarah Michelle Gellar announced it, which is really weird because they made a big thing of a Buffy reboot, and now it's cancelled. So, like, what the fuck's happened?
Yeah, well, the first thing I think, the first biggest problem is Joss Whedon.
What, lack of?
Well, no, just him in general. Because I imagine that he has some rights control over it. He has some control over it on some say-so, whether he owns the character, the name, settings, this, that, and the other. So I think that there's that. Plus, at the same time, too, if you're going to do a Buffy revival, you kind of need to speak to Joss Whedon at one point. Yeah? Whether you're including him in the actual show running, or if you're just doing it from a consulting perspective, because respecting the source material is quite an important thing to do when you're reviving something, yeah? See Star Trek Starfleet Academy, just as an example. Yeah, you're right, they did announce it. I think this was announced roughly about the same time she was in Dexter Blood Origins, or whatever it was. So yeah, firstly, because there's something else that looks like it might be rebooted. Does it need a reboot? Did you tell all the stories that you needed to tell? What new stories could you get out of here which wouldn't be repeating old stories? I think out of all the TV series, because it managed to do a start and a finish, whether you like the finish or not, it may not need a reboot.
You're probably not wrong. The problem is we're lacking in good TV, so I suppose there was the whole nostalgia thing. I wonder if they made a pilot that was so bad that the network just didn't pick it up. The problem is there is a lack of very good writing at the moment. No wonder people are scared about AI, because I think AI can write better.
It's better than the current batch. 90s TV writers and early 2000s TV writers, not a fucking candle.
That's because they probably worked outside of writing, and they understood people beyond themselves. I mean, my biggest criticism of Starfleet Academy is not the wokeness or anything else. It's the fact that these people can't write characters that are not like them. They can't write people that they can't write outside their bubble, and I wonder if Buffy suffered the same thing. I don't know, but it surprised me, this one, because they made such a song and dance about it. They'd properly announced it, that Buffy was coming back, that they were rebooting it, and that all these people were going to be involved, and it was going to be about a new Slayer, and that Buffy was going to kind of be the Giles and then this all of a sudden. So it's something's obviously happened.
Didn't Sunnydale get swallowed by the Hellmouth?
I can't remember how it ended.
I'm sure the ground just opened up and swallowed all of Sunnydale.
Can't remember.
And season 4, I didn't watch it. I'm gonna have to fucking Google this to check.
But it's, I mean, you could be right. It could have been Joss Whedon, but they seem to have got. You would have thought they would have checked out the rights and everything else before they decided to go ahead and announce it. So, and I mean, it wasn't like it was rumored. It was a proper, full-on announcement.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's happened. Maybe Disney realised that it was shit and that they didn't want to ruin yet another franchise. Maybe somebody at Disney decided. I mean, I know that Bob Iger's on the way out, so maybe somebody quietly said nope. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
But it did surprise me, this one, I have to admit.
Yeah,
I'd love to know what happened.
I'm sure it got fucking swallowed up. I'm sure it just got swallowed up in a
it was
big
so
fucking
long
hole.
ago. I mean, it's got to be what?
There, yeah,
nearly
it did. It did get swallowed up. I'm sure it's got.
Well, it could have been set somewhere else. I mean, Angel was set somewhere else, wasn't it? But
Yeah,
anyway.
because Sunnydale was swallowed up. Yeah, there. I found it. I found the clip. I'm a genius. Thank you very much. Now I just need to get to share it. Hang on, I'm going to just stop sharing this article and I'll show you. Because I'm sure this is... You have to excuse me if it's completely out of context and I have this wrong, which I am not... I'm not going to apologise for. Where are we? There. So, yeah. So, thank you. Full screen. Wasn't even 16:9. So look, I'm sure it went. I have to find it, but I'm sure that's Sunnydale. Sorry, it's like I'm sure I watched it get swallowed up by some kind of hellmouth. So yeah, it's so that's going to be a bit bloody difficult.
Well, it's not happening now. But I mean, they obviously gone as far to write the first season. So again, I question what's happened here.
Plus, we've got modern deisms, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think's happened.
I don't think you can quite do it the same way it was done before, because Buffy or whatever, Michelle the Vampire Slayer or Dave the Vampire Slayer, whatever it's going to be, will be how can I put it, boss bitch, and no one will like the character.
I suspect that somebody somewhere, whether they made a pilot or whether they wrote an episode and put it in front of the studio and the people just said no, I don't know. But it's interesting to see, but I think you're right. It probably is modernisms.
That's what we have to worry about. Sexism, to have a woman that men like to watch. But hey, let's move on to our next story.
Yeah.
Say, hold up, wait a minute.
Reports suggest that a proposed spin-off series called Star Trek Year One, which would explore the early days of Captain Kirk and the original Enterprise crew, may not be moving forward now. The idea has been floating around a potential prequel set before the events of the classic series, but new comments from producers suggest that the project isn't currently in development. That's interesting because it raises questions about how Paramount plans to keep the Star Trek franchise going forward. And I think that they're going to do the Captain Archer series.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be weird because if I've read the notes right, they're going to make Captain Archer a villain.
That's not what I heard. I heard that he's the president of the Federation. But I suspect he will be the one that creates Section 31.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be...
But it's an interesting one because, I mean, I'm not surprised that Year One is not happening. I mean, there are a lot of Strange New World fans out there. I personally am not one because it's not Star Trek. They try to do some... The third season, even Strange New World fans have got to admit, the third season was just really bad. I mean, they tried to do... Again, you had a fucking YouTuber in there. Sorry, I can't meet you today. I've been busy editing. I mean, that is a fucking line in a Star Trek episode. I'm sorry, I've been busy editing. Fuck. Again, people that can't write anything beyond what they know.
Can I make a good point? Wasn't Star Trek 2009 Star Trek Year One?
Yes.
Think about it. So why the fuck would you want to do that? I'm hoping that's what the
because
producers
they
have
wanted
turned around and gone.
to continue Strange New Worlds.
Do you know what? Do you know what the funny thing is? I reckon if Kurtzman was given half the chance, he would have hammered the scripts together and filmed it out and put it out the door if he could have got away with it. Because he did that with fucking Starfleet Academy.
There is nothing new currently in production. There are seasons in the can. We've got 2 seasons of Strange New Worlds in the can. We've got another season of Academy in the can. That's it. No more. I personally think Kurtzman, I mean, he did this whole speech at the 60th anniversary a few weeks ago and just totally doesn't get it. I mean, Strange New Worlds is everything but it tries to do something different every week instead of, telling Star Trek. And the thing is, when it does tell Star Trek tales, it's pretty good. But it doesn't do that. I mean, it did it, once in the first season. It's done it half in the second season, and the third season was just shit. With daft characters, really bad dialogue, really bad writing, and again, trying to just making it like humans have advanced in 400 years, and every other season of every other show of Star Trek understood that. Even though the original series looks very dated now and looks 60s-esque, the dialogue is still not that of the 1960s, except the episodes that were funny enough, when they went back in time. But Star Trek 4, again, perfectly shows this when they go back and they don't understand some of the terminology, right? Because naturally, 400 years in the future, people talk differently. There's different colloquialisms. There's all sorts of different things.
So the thing is that Star Trek tried to have its dialogue to be a bit more timeless, if that makes any sense. So there was no... If you made like a 20th century saying of sorts, they would look at... Everyone would go, what do you fucking mean by that? It would be that. Yeah? It's like Tom Paris tried doing it a couple of times in Voyager. Yeah? Most of the times it's Harry Kim turning around and goes, what the fuck are you talking about, sunshine? Yeah? But if you did talk 20th century or whatever, it was always a bit, kind of frowned upon sometimes, yeah? And it's like, okay, they did have data go, oh, shit, in Generations. But that was for comedy, and that was a one-off. And we all knew that was a one-off. Yeah?
And again, that was in context with his emotional chip.
Yeah.
And, swearing and because I still get jarred by swearing in Star Trek. A lot of people criticize the swearing in Picard season 3. I think there was one time where the swearing actually did work, but most of it didn't. There certainly shouldn't be F-bombs. But I don't know. They can't write for shit.
My battery died.
I know, I just noticed.
It came up when battery didn't say at power. It went exhausted. I can't.
It says it's knackered.
I've got a spare.
Your face. You went to bookaspare.com.
I have a spare for just such an occasion. Anyway, yeah. Now going back to it, Star Trek needs to kind of move forward. Yeah, it's kind of got caught that it's gone backwards. We were after Star Trek Legacy, which would have been forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what we all wanted. We all wanted it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And no, you can't have that because we can't have nice things. But it's yeah.
I think what we're going to end up seeing is probably something like Legacy. I think we'll probably get something like Legacy with cameos from past actors. The problem is they went and screwed up a lot of what DS9 could do by, because terrible Academy episode, but you could just retcon that completely, which they might do. I mean, depending on what fucking rumour you hear, what week Kurtzman's either done on the way out or needs a deal, it changes every other day. I think, though, the fact that there's nothing in production is a big sign that something's going to change. I think we'll end up getting the Archer series and something like Legacy. Whether it is Terry Metalis' Legacy, I don't know. But doing something with Seven as the captain and bringing back Picard's son, you know, that could work. And you could have like Legacy characters dropping in here and there. That would work. That totally would work. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see something like, and just have, you know, I think the Archer series is going to be a more politically set one, which could work, and then give us Legacy.
I'm
with
hoping it's
ship porn.
It's grown up, but without the swearing. I want it to feel like Undiscovered Country. That's what I want. If you give me Undiscovered Country, I'll be very happy. I mean, hopefully they can get away. You know, that they can do Legacy. That I mean, this 25% rule and what else is going on? You know, I don't know, but hopefully they can give us something like Legacy. It would be good to see a Star Trek show set with known characters. You know, give us Seven, give us Captain Seven, and give us that. But whether they can entice Metalis back, if they know what's good for them, they'll throw Star Trek at Metalis. They'll just say, "Right, come and be the show, come be the the overall, head of Star Trek." So your fancy blue light's gone off. No. I've switched the big light on because I realised why the battery had died, because I hadn't plugged the camera in.
Oops.
Silly man.
So,
silly man. So, but anyway, going back to this. Don't worry, I've got it covered. Just need to do something.
He's doing it manually because he doesn't want to say his command. He doesn't want to say his command. That's why. That's why I'm not dropping it. You think I'm being a bit anal here? He has a certain command that turns on his lighting, and he won't say it.
It works. It never gets confused, ever. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, going back to it. Back to Star Trek, and don't go backwards. It sounds awful. No more Bones, McCoy, Spock, Kirk stuff. We're done with it. We rid the wheels and fucked the whole thing up. And I think we'll move on to the next story. Oh, actually, I get to do this one because we've been talking about science fiction.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
I love that. Up next, some interesting news on the speculation of Doctor Who in Doctor Who camp. A new report suggests that 2026 Christmas special might deliberately echo one of the most beloved episodes from the modern era. The episode originally introduced Rose Tyler, with nostalgia clearly playing a big role in the current era of Doctor Who show. Fans are wondering whether the BBC might be looking at recreating some of that 2000s magic that helped the relaunch of the series. The answer is no. It's dead. It's dead, Jim. It really is fucking dead. I mean, it's really fucking dead. I mean, when we say it's dead, dead. Can of spam dead. I've heard rumours that Billy Piper doesn't even want to come back.
Yeah, I've heard that. I think they have to. I agree with you. It's dead under its current writer, and again, there has to be major changes. Well, it's dead. The BBC has to die. I know that among some people this is unpopular. The BBC has to die. I mean, when we're in Vietnam, we had the BBC News on. It was like trusted sources of news. No, you're not. No, you're not. You doctor videos and you knowingly did it. No, you're not. You've lost that credibility. You have a head of BBC drama that keeps commissioning, purposefully left messaging and ideological messaging in dramas, and who says there's nothing wrong with that. No, Doctor Who's dead. But that being said, I do see why they need to resolve this current cliffhanger. But Russell T Davies can't write for shit. I mean, the whole reason that the Disney deal fell through is because he was too woke for them. When you're too woke for Disney, there is something very wrong.
That's what he did. No one was interested in. If it's science fiction, people like science fiction don't tend to like musicals.
It got to the point where it was just silly. I mean, we can sit here and argue about Black Snape and things like that. And there'll be people that argue for it, and I might not agree with them, but there are arguments for it. What you can't do is depict a historical character and change their race. You just can't fucking do that. I disagree with that, and it's not. And you're baiting people to say, "Oh yeah, but Sir Isaac Newton was a white guy." And if you don't agree with what we've done, you're racist. It is purely done for that.
It's it's some blackwashing, where they are rewriting history, and it's so 1984. It's so the Ministry of fucking Truth. It's so fucking scary that there's like kind of what was it? Anne Boleyn was black, or Catherine the Great was black, and I'm sure there's another. The Cleopatra. I'm talking about another. There's like 3 occurrences of English people. So Shakespeare was black. Shakespeare was a midget. Yeah, that was his defining thing. He was a balding midget who wrote plays. Yeah, and it was a toss-up between him and Marlowe, and he won. Yeah, so I find it really, really irritating. Yeah, and it's weird because you listen to some of these people, they genuinely believe it.
Yeah,
yeah, and that's the bit I find the scary bit, and that's where it feels very Ministry of fucking Truth. Yeah, and it's, I don't know, that part of it narks me. But going back to Doctor Who, they've got fuck all to work with. They really have. All they've got is the fact that David Tennant's Doctor's out there somewhere. Yeah.
They allowed Chris Chibnall to effectively destroy the program, and they won't admit it, but allowing Chibnall to do what he did pissed off an awful lot of normies. Right? It's out there. It's on the internet. It's not just like the hate crowd as they like to refer to. It's normies as well that didn't like it. You made the Doctor a lesbian, and Chris Chibnall said he still did a better 60th episode than RTD. So you bring back Russell T Davies. You hire a writer who's clearly got a fucking chip on his shoulder, right? Who was clearly open that he was going to write episodes that having goes at various different people, and when you hire writers that are writing that, and that is their main focus, and not telling good stories, no wonder you get what you got. Doctor Who is a complete mess behind the things. The BBC, it is fucking obvious, and yet the BBC won't admit it, and no one's been fired. And you've got to wonder what's going on, right? I mean, and this is why the BBC's got to die. I'd like to say it doesn't happen in commercial TV, but it does, because Star Trek Discovery amazingly got past 3 seasons. And I will never understand why.
3? I thought it went for 5.
It did. But, arguably it should have been cancelled after season 3. The problem was season 3 was already commissioned before season 2 even aired. This is
what Kurtzman loved doing, was getting it fucking agreed before they'd even seen what the product was. And that I'll pat him on the back for that one. Go, that's a really good tactic. Apart from all the shit that you've produced, yeah. So it keeps you employed, which is fine. But at the end of the day, Doctor Who, when it comes to it, I think they've just. I like Doctor Who, and it ended with Capaldi.
I'm with you.
It ended with Capaldi. I think if you want to revive Doctor Who, You just have Peter Capaldi wake up somewhere and go, fucking hell, I just had the craziest nightmare that was a woman. And then I was a weird black man, and that was it. And then that's it. That's all you have to do, and then just go back to where it was. Just make it was like the Dallas
I'm not one of
effect.
these people that thinks the Doctor always has to be male. But I think you have to cast a very good actress to do it, and you have to have really good writing behind it, and you've got to resist doing cliche, which none of that happened. I mean, the minute she became a man, she was men don't understand this, men, and that's all it's been since then. And it was cliche writing. It was simplistic writing, and to be quite honest, it wasn't particularly clever, right?
See, they could have done some really good, funny things with it.
Interestingly, it could have been quite a good Doctor.
5 minutes. Clearly, she wanted that role. I'll have that role.
Yeah.
And there's a way that you can retcon all of this and use Joe Martin to fix it. Yeah, and all you have to do is just turn around and say the Timeless Child is a creature that destroys fucking universes by retconning stuff. Yeah, and Joe Martin is a fucking Timeless Child. Make her the villain. It would be fucking awesome. Yeah, that's retconned that, and then you fix the universe and put it back to where it was. But no, technically the universe is still half destroyed by the flux because it was never fixed.
Nope. I mean, it has not been good for a very long time. The Timeless Child should never have happened, and it annoyed a lot of people. It did. And then you did that god-awful final season with her where you aired every episode in a day or something, didn't you? And it still didn't go down very well.
By generation, just as bad.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, Russell T Davies came in with a chip on his shoulder, and it's clear. I mean, he's lost the ability to write decent TV. And that's probably more frustrating because actually he can write good TV. It's just that he's now been hit by several wokey pokey sticks, and he's just lost his senses, and now all he cares is about the cause, this ideological war that doesn't need to be fought. And the whole reason you're fighting and what's going on in this world at the moment is a direct response to your stupid ideology, and that's all it is. It is a backflux of this. But anyway, I could carry on. We've got more stories to talk about. So.
We've got more.
My name is Jeff.
A new rumour surrounding Avengers Secret War suggests that filming might deliver a moment long-time Spider-Man fans have waited decades to see on the big screen. The introduction of the symbiote suit. According to recent reports, Marvel could be planning to adapt one of the most famous elements of the original Secret Wars comic storyline. If true, it could set some huge consequences for Spider-Man and the MCU going forward.
Well, it does, because there's another rumour. I put this in here because this was the one. But if there is the black suit in Avengers, the other rumour is that they're going to kill him at the end of Spider-Man 4. Right? And that would tally with then him coming back in the black suit. Because there's a whole comic book story where he dies, doesn't it? And then he's brought back by the symbiote, effectively, and the black suit. So
right, hang on. Right, so my recollection of the original Secret Wars was he was teamed up with Fantastic Four on the battle planet. He gets into a fight. It damages his suit. He then goes to a machine to create what he thinks is a suit, and he creates the black suit. And that's what I remember as a kid in my Spider-Man comics. Yeah.
But there was an older story. Wasn't there the original black suit where he's dead? Because there's another rumor going around that they're going to kill him at the end of Spider-Man 4 and bring him back. And if they do, then you have to have the black suit. Wasn't there a storyline where he dies and then the black suit appears and that's what resurrects him? It might have been a different one. It might have been after.
I'm thinking of like the 80s when I was like fucking 6.
Could have been 90s or late. I know there's a storyline. Anyway,
they've done
the rumor is that
3
they're
lots
going
of
to
Secret Wars.
Yeah.
So
there is a rumor that they're going to kill him at the end of he's going to die at the end of Spider-Man 4, and then he's going to be resurrected in Secret Wars in the black suit. Now, because there's also a rumor going around that there's meant to be 3 new Spider-Man films, right?
Okay.
But the rumor is that Tom Holland wants to quit acting because apparently he has got married. And he wants to have little baby Toms with Zendaya, and he'll be the one that brings them up, and he'd support his wife that makes a shit ton more money than he does probably, he'll bring up the babies. That's a rumor that's also going around. So I mean, they might kill him, and he might stay dead. I don't know.
There's rumors that he wanted to quit Hollywood because he didn't like it. That was what I heard, is that he didn't like it. He liked interacting with the fans, he liked doing the filming, but when it came to all the other stuff behind the scenes, he was never quite comfortable with that.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed that their relationship survives as well, because Hollywood relationships are often doomed, and the fact that they've lasted this long, and they apparently rumoured have got married. And he does seem like a nice guy. He's a local boy. He's from Kingston.
He's a local boy. It's what do you call it? Oh fuck! I lost my train of thought there. You just said local boy. It was like and no, it's gone. I can't fucking. Lost my chain of thought.
I was talking about the marriage and everything, but
that was it. He needs to do what Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn did. They're married, but they've never said that they're married. They're fucking married, and they're not. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, the actors, are not married, but whoever Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn are in the real life are married, and they just kept it away from everyone because it was like felt that people were trying to fuck it up for them. Which I understood.
And I think that's pretty much what the Tom Holland and Zendaya have done. But it's just one of those things that I just hope. Okay. We've got one more news story, which is what I thought it was going to be. Is that official now, by the way? Has that just come up? The news story that we didn't have any confirmation of.
That's the one. I left that one out.
I think we can report it now if it's
yeah, Keith, it's a lot easier when you're not setting this stuff up, and we've got 2 more stories to go through. So let's do the 2 other stories first, and then if you find the link while we're talking, that would be great. But you have to remember, I've got this thing all prep. I have to prep it, Keith. I have to prep. Right, so let's have one of.
What the fuck?
There's been constant speculation about Johnny Depp might return as Captain Jack Sparrow in the long-rumoured 6th film. Now, producers connected to the franchise have addressed the situation directly, making it clear where things currently stand. With Disney reportedly exploring multiple directions for the series, the one big question remains, can a Pirates movie really work without the character that made the franchise iconic? So, Keith.
I didn't know they were actually going to do another one, because I heard there was going to be like a female one and blah blah blah.
That's what I heard last. Was they're going to do a female one with what's her mush?
I mean, the last one with Depp in it, was that the one with Effie from the Skins? I think it was. I think that one was quite good, if I remember rightly. And that had Orlando Bloom back in it, didn't it? The last one? I thought the last one was pretty...
No, I can't remember the last one. I'm sure the last one had a moving church.
I like pirate movies. And yeah, look. I mean, the thing is, right, anybody that watched that trial between Heard and Thing, Johnny Depp was not perfect, but who the fuck is in a relationship that breaks up, right? And you watch her and the way she was on that fucking stage, you knew that she was nuts, right? She was not well trained. She was not well prepared for it. And she came across exactly how Depp described her. And she came across as the villain. And I don't think it was just the popularity of Johnny Depp. I genuinely think that she was a fucking horrible human being. That's how she came across. She did not come across as a victim. She came across as somebody cold and calculating. And that, no matter how many people go, oh yeah, because Johnny Depp's a man. No, she came across as a complete fucking bitch. Right? It's not me wanting it. I mean, Johnny Depp did not come out of this perfect, but we're all human. He didn't come out as the person that was sitting there on there throwing accusations everywhere, whereas she was just like knives out, fucking claws into him, and she came across as a psychotic bitch. There's no other way of fucking putting it. And I kind of believe the turd on the fucking pillow story. So, I mean, which is just wrong. So yes,
yeah, that shit the bed story. That shit the bed story was the one that got me. Gonna be completely honest with you. That's the bit where when I heard that, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Excuse me, who does that? If you'd have gone in and cut up, if you got a pair of scissors and you cut up his favourite set of clothes, makes sense. If you'd have poured like porridge in his boots, put like sugar in the gas tank of his favourite car, all might make sense, Johnny Depp comes across as this boozy, coke sniffing rock star more than probably actor. From that, he had his mega pint of red wine, which I can agree with because I've drunk a mega pint of red wine. It's fantastic, I haven't got a jar full of cocaine that I can sniff, but I am thinking about it. I think they need to do it. Some of the things I've seen, which I really like, is there's videos of him dressing up as Captain Jack Sparrow and going to hospital and seeing sick kids. And I love that. And I think he loved that too. Yeah? When the actors sit there and go, oh, we make a difference, oh, we save lives, That was him actually making a difference to a person.
Again, watching that trial and some of the stuff that she was saying about him, you just knew it was bollocks. And just not true. And the vindictiveness of her was that it just didn't. I mean, look, he wasn't perfect. He didn't come out of this smelling of roses. But then, who the fucking does in relationship breakouts? We all do stupid
Florists.
shit.
Florists come out of bad relationships smelling of roses. I'm just saying. Just to be factual.
I mean, I personally think you can't have a Pirates of the Caribbean film without fucking Jack Sparrow in it. Jack Sparrow is the Pirates of the Caribbean, and without him, it just does not work. Right, so if you're going to do another Pirates of the Caribbean film, you better have him in it, or it's going to flop hard.
I think there's some interesting stories that they can do. I think there's Black Sam Bellamy, which is a character they can do, and Captain Vane is another one they can do, along with Jenkins, and because you could have the rivalry between the two of them, and who gets to do that. The last one had Antonio Banderas in. And there's a story of how he got his ship. I've just remembered now. My brain just started replaying it in his head. I found the file, Gareth. It's this one. Thanks. You could have done that a while back. But it's... do another fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not going to work. Seriously. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
No. I think they're harmless films, but you've got to have him in it. And, don't be pussies, Disney. Most people like Johnny Depp. Most people saw that trial for what it was. That, she was a vindictive cow and couldn't get over it. And that's the way she came across. And at the end of the day, she had a trial. She could have handled it differently. She didn't.
All right, let's move on.
Well.
Let's hope this works. Is this going to work? Oh, fuck fucking sound.
Is out. We are going to try to bring back Firefly. And this time, we're going to animate it. Guys, bringing back Firefly, crazy or not crazy?
Not crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Not crazy.
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 It's crazy, but it just might work. Now, to do this, we would need Joss's blessing. I got it.
The rights from 20th Century Fox
/ Disney.
They got excited. They said yes.
The showrunner.
I got 2. Tara Butters, Agent Carter, Dollhouse, Mark Guggenheim, Arrow, Flash. They're married. They met through Firefly.
A script.
We got it.
An animation house.
Academy and Emmy award-winning Shadow Machine. The last piece we need is a home.
A home.
A home.
A home?
A home?
A home.
A home.
A home!
And for that, we need you. Like this post. Comment on this post. Repost this post. Tag your friends. Tag your family. Tag your enemies. I'm asking you to do what you've always done. Keep Firefly flying. Oh, and I'm about to go pitch this thing, so wish me luck.
Good luck, Captain Tight Pants. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck with that, Nate.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh,
As
very,
of this
very nice.
moment, the word...
Right, there you go.
I,
So there you go. We literally got breaking fucking news as we're recording.
So Firefly is potentially coming back as an animated series. I said to you earlier, I said I think it's going to be an animated series. And the reason being is that a couple of them, well, for one thing, they're bringing back... Well, it's not that they're old, actually. Gina Davis doesn't look that much different. She doesn't.
Gina Davis?
That's what's her name, isn't it? The one that played the tall black one. I think her name is that.
Okay, Gina Davis, I'm sure. Anyway.
I think that's her name. But Jules Santini has ruined her face. I'm sorry, but she has ruined her face and doesn't look anything like... is it Gina Davis? What's the name of the
Gina Torres.
Is it Torres?
I'm just checking. I'm sure it's Gina Torres. Gina Torres. I'm sure it's Gina Torres. Yes,
thank you.
It is Gina Torres. I think I'm saying her name right. I thought it had a Z at the end. But yeah, Gina Davis.
I'm okay with this. You can't bring it back as live action. It's been too long, and I know everybody wants it, and I love it. I love Firefly. I like the movie Serenity, but I hate the fact that they kill off what's his face, Alan Tudyk's character. I hated that. I hated that about it. The guy that played Shepard died like in 2016, I think, if I remember rightly. So, and again, Serenity does kind of end the story. So if you're gonna bring back Firefly and do some of those stories that never made it to TV, animated is the way to go if you do it right. Yeah. And I'm down for that. Look, if we get more Firefly stories set in that universe, I'm up for it. And you know they've got most of the cast coming back to do the voices. That's brilliant.
Yeah. It's. I would have preferred them to do like they kind of moved on, maybe got a bit of, I don't know, some good news, but these things happen. So it's interesting. As I said, broke while we were online, so that's interesting too. Yeah. Next story, I'm afraid. Here.
Now we are.
An update for fans of Netflix's big science fiction series, The Three-Body Problem. New information suggests that Season 2 may be shorter than Season 1. With reduced episode counts, the show was one of Netflix's biggest sci-fi swings in recent years, adapting the hugely complex novel. Changes raise some questions about how the story will be handled going forward, considering we've got massive fucking time jumps. how many? Yeah, it's like 600 years worth of time jumps or 400 years worth of time jumps.
The first part of the second book, not much, and if that's what this season's going to follow, it kind of makes sense. But we've waited again so long for this. You know, people are going to have forgot. I really quite liked the first season of this. I thought it was really well done. And I thought it was quite cleverly updated to a more international flair. The problem is it doesn't really end in a very happy way.
No, it doesn't. This is right as a story goes. Yeah, this is not a good one. It would be if you ended it here. It would be fine. I would be fine with that because I know where it goes. It's not good. Being squished like a fucking pancake. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, yes, I know.
I can't even remember the name of the race that does it too. The squishing of the pancake. It's Benioff and Weiss. They've got a complete set of stories, but I don't fucking trust them. I don't trust them to run a McDonald's.
No.
They'd fuck that up.
Yeah, the minute you go outside of the pre-existing material, it all goes to shit.
But they've got the 3 books, and then they've got some additional books there for context and stuff.
Yeah, have. Yes. And author's notes.
And author's notes.
Unlike Game of Thrones, the final seasons, because that fat lazy fuck can't write a book. Anyway,
anyway, back to Game of Thrones.
I know. Don't get me started. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Yes. Anywho. It's coming out this year. Yeah, which is, at least is something. I can't believe that One Piece was 3 years ago. I thought it was shorter than that, but it isn't. Although they've apparently finished filming season 3, so they're learning from their mistakes. So apparently, that we might get a season 3 of it quite quickly. I'm enjoying it, by the way, so far. But we will talk about that another time.
We will talk about that after we've got through the shit that is Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. Right. Are we doing comments and trailers or trailers and comments? Comments then.
Comments first. Because it gives me time, because I need to set things up for the trailers. See? Right, so the winner today for first is Chuck. Hello, Chuck. I need to watch some River Island bits. Keith survived his high altitude adventures with Spider-Woman. It was a fucking cable car. If him and his missus were actually climbing up the cable, I'd think you're giving him much more bloody credit than
I wasn't that frightened by it. I actually felt quite frightened. No, it was quite. You didn't really see how high you were, so because you're in the clouds, you just didn't see shit. It was quite eerie though as they were coming out. Just putting contents. I went up to like a theme park in Vietnam, and you go up like a very tall cable car, and it was particularly wet that day, so the clouds were low, and the cable car just went into the bloody clouds. And so there's a point where you literally cannot see. All you can see is the cables just disappearing into the mist. And every now and then a cable car will come out of the mist and disappear. But half the time they were empty. So it was kind of surreal. Because it was all the returning ones and it was early in the morning. So it was quite surreal. And there was no one on them. Anyway.
No Buffy Reboot. Oh no. What will we do?
Pornhub.
It's got better stories than the fucking current lots of scripted things. Angel's here, or
hey buddy.
How can I put sinister internet man, as he likes to refer to himself. And Paul's here too. Hi Paul.
Hey bud.
And Echo's here too. And it's weird because it doesn't come through. It just does the little emoticon. It just says hand pink waving, so I know which one is. Politically correct vampires are hard to write for. Yeah. And and Angel's here with his proper thing. How to be a stupid gamer. What we got here? Would be really hard to write a script for vegan trans vampire. Don't they'd fucking put one in there because of their weird.
Is it okay if I bite you? Is it okay if I'm in your personal space right now, but I need to drink your blood? Is it okay if I bite you?
No, it's gonna be like this. It's like, can you do me a favour? What? Can you order a Bloody Mary, a Virgin Mary? Sorry, because I can't have the alcohol, and so I can drink that because that's as close to blood as I'm allowed to get because I'm vegan. Star Trek was murdered. Yeah. Star Trek was murdered. So was Doctor Who. So was Star Wars. So was pretty much everything that I've ever enjoyed.
Star Trek, I think, can come back. I'm not sure about Doctor Who, but I think Star Trek can come back. I think the Star Trek United, which is what the Archer series is, I think if it's done the right way with no Kurtzman involvement, it will work. And if they do Legacy and they get Metalis back, people will love Star Trek again. I just don't think you can do that with Star Wars because I think they've killed it. And Star Wars was more about a central set of characters. Yes, there's lots of characters in Star Wars and there's an expanded universe. And you could do that, but they ruined it with too much crap. But Star Wars might be able to bring it back, and/or did show a way that it could come back.
They all need to rest. They need to rest. They need about 5 years at least, and then we'll come back. Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Laurie.
It's like kind of yeah. I don't watch mods. No one watches modern Star Trek. That's the problem. What was it? They did run the last 2 episodes of Starfleet Academy. Yeah. I've got brain damage from Starfleet Academy. And I didn't watch the last episodes, but I watched people react to the last set of episodes. And I'm really glad because that would have just damaged all the logical parts of my brain. And I probably would have had to go into an induced coma and do that there. It looks. I don't know if they're going to do the second season. They've filmed the second season already. So the question is, are they going to put the second season out, or are they going to vault it?
They will. Okay. I think they will.
Right. So my camera failing. I'm getting crap. So it's like that. Look, Felix Algarto, what a wonderful man. Styx reference. Styx is in the river Styx, like Acheron. Sorry, it's classical Greek literature there. It's not quite pop culture shit. Escaping to space is no longer an option. Actual space, I don't know. We'll find it there. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing that it's dead. It's dead, Jim. I was going to do the Simpsons one. He's already dead. Spider-Man, the Broadway musical, hit both things. You two wrote the score. It's possible. Have you looked at the trouble that they had with Spider-Man, the musical, and how they almost killed someone? See, my wife will sit there and say Return to the Forbidden Planet, sci-fi musical. Rocky Horror Show, technically sci-fi musical. But no, I'm not dressing up in suspenders.
We all secretly love the Rocky Horror Show. There's a question here from Paul. Now, that was a what if episode. So if you remember, Anson Mount's character, Captain Pike, appeared in the slightly different version of the red uniform. He had popped to Klingon Hodwalks and stolen one of their time stones, aptly named. Couldn't come up with anything more than time stones, and then it was a what if episode. So that's what the Romulan War was in that episode. That actually was almost a Star Trek episode, that particular episode of Strange New Worlds. and I half liked it because I do quite like Pike at Handsome Mounts Pike, and it's just that Strange New Worlds tries to be different shows every week and do quirky things instead of telling Star Trek tales. Oh, we're going to do a musical episode. I mean, who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
Don't get me there. It's like we've had 18 comments since we started the comments. I'll just point out. Laurie's making shepherd's pie. Awesome. Just make it. No, I'm not going to tell you how to make it because I don't make shepherd's pie. I buy shepherd's pie because I'm lazy.
She remembers. So you're making it with proper lamb. Oh yes.
Cottage pie. Yes. I like cottage pie.
I like
cottage pie. I like cheese on my mashed potato. Cheesy mash on top of it. Heavenly.
Yeah.
He saw and wrote. He saw what you wrote and lost his train of thought. Yeah. Just popped over to Instagram. Nathan, a bit disappointing. It's animated. Yeah, I know. And then the angels then pour cold water on this. But if it's Disney, so yeah. I'm not sure Disney's right for this. Yeah, so when it comes back to that, don't feed the rat. Yeah. Okay. And then Tanit's like, I'm not sure they're the right person to complain to Disney about. No, you're not. You and my other friend and Joe from work again. I think it'd be okay without Johnny Depp. I don't know. Depends.
No.
You need some.
Johnny Depp is he's Jack Sparrow. Pirates of the Caribbean has to have Jack Sparrow, or it's not. He is those movies. Movies.
Yeah. So talking about Pirates of the Caribbean, no wokey pokey stick, as the boys say. Yeah, there is no wokey pokey stick there, and Angel thought it was funny. Maybe an animated fast and start Clone Wars. I don't know.
I'm with you. Look, don't get me wrong. I would love a live action Firefly back, but I didn't see how they were going to do it. And when they announced Alan Tudyk, I was like, yeah, it's going to be animated. I mean, it's not official. Looking at that, they still need a home for it, and they're pitching it, and they're trying to get us excited about it. But I mean, Firefly quietly had another resurgence recently, I think, on Netflix, or was it?
Yeah, because it was new on Netflix. And on Disney.
But again, people have been talking about it recently again. New people have discovered it. So yeah, no, I'm down for anything. And that last Babylon 5 animated episode was pretty bloody good.
Yeah, it was. Just need more. Oh, Steve's here. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
So I'm just trying to go through. He's got a very good point. How could Jonathan Frakes direct? He needed the money. He wanted a new car. Bathroom needed fixing. Toilet was broken. He's got a coke habit. So yeah, that's it. The band Styx, dude. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the River of Styx from Antiquity. I didn't know. I've got to now look up the band Styx. They saw Spider-Man on Broadway. And it was dangerous and fabulous. Okay, cool. I love Return to the Planet, yes. I loathe Styx. I despise Styx and Rush. But Ache Rock, lol. So yes. Rocky Horror, oh god. Anyway, I think that's it for comments. So I can go this down. We can go on to the trailers. Because we've got some trailers. Crikey, we had a lot of comments, but we've been away for a while, so. Right. Keith.
Do you want to?
Keith.
Yeah, I wanted to get your view on this. I thought it was. Yeah, go on.
With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are.
All right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you. Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town.
Right. Green Lantern. Space Police. Space Police.
Yep.
Just saying.
You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. We both
Isn't the suit a construct? Just saying.
know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired. Your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Where's the Green Lantern shit? Where? Hello.
Yeah, I mean, so you've got a new TV comic series based on a bunch of comic book superheroes, and you show him flying off for 1 second, but none of the Green Lantern stuff, none of the green stuff of him creating stuff, none of it. You don't see the suit really. You get one fucking shot of a green actual lantern, but none of the rings doing any powers, nothing. And you expect people to watch this? Who the fuck cut this? Who the fuck signed off on this? Who thought this was a good idea? It is terrible. It's terrible. And it might be quite a good series. I suspect it's not, because I think DC's fucked before it's got out the door. And the rumour is that he's already gone. But, yeah. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea?
What's wrong with having Green Lantern in the Green Lantern TV show?
Doing Green Lantern stuff, like creating a big hand and smacking somebody with it or something?
If you would have gone, right, you got to set up the two of them in the car. He jumps out the car. Then you get the bad guys doing bad guy things. And then it cuts back. So you split it into three. And then the third bit, you then see him using all the Green Lantern shit, yeah? Because it's like, here's the characters. Here are the bad guys. Here's the superhero stuff. And the superhero stuff's the kind of peak bit. And that's the bit that makes you go, ooh, interesting. That makes me go, huh? Oh, I get it. You watched that TV show that everyone likes, but the True Detective one, and you want to make True Detective, but you've been told to make a superhero TV show. But
it's a bad
knock
trailer.
it off. It's a shit trailer. I've watched some good trailers for some shit films.
Yeah.
Yeah? And I can say that those trailers are good trailers. The film's dog shit. Trailer's really good. Prometheus trailer. Fuck me, one of the best trailers, yeah? Proper homage to the original Alien trailer. Yeah. Really done really well. I like the film, not many people do. Yeah? And it's hard. But hey. So, let's move on to our next trailer. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. And this one is...
What did you steal?
Secrets. The data they paid me to protect.
Are they people?
Good morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look at today. Today is today's.
Do you understand what she's saying?
I hear her. It's gibberish. I can't understand it.
And I can.
What's happening to me?
People are starved for the truth. I'm a part of it now. I'm just sorry they made you a part of it too.
Hello, Jane. Please. Have a seat.
This 79-year terror campaign of lies has to end.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
That truth will upend all established order across the entire world. If you do this, there's no undoing it.
Why would they do this?
When the time is right, everything will become clear.
Whatever happens, don't you let go.
It's certainly an interesting thing, and I'm going to go and watch it because it interests me. I mean, it's got John Williams' soundtrack, apparently. I'm still not 100% sure what it's about, but I think 79 years is referring to Roswell.
Yeah. Right, so... Not a bad trailer, not a good trailer, though. Yeah. It's like, it looks like it's alien shit. Could be alien shit. Could be something else. Not sure. Don't think Steven Spielberg's quite got the riz that he used to have using the kids' lingo. Yeah, it's June. So, because the thing with Roswell is, it was a cover-up for a thing called Project Mogul. You heard about Project Mogul?
Yeah.
With the microphones listening for nuclear explosions. There was a similar one for underwater bits too. And it was like, it was a weather balloon, because it was a weather balloon. And then it was like, well, no, if we say it's aliens, then people will stop looking for fucking weather balloons and bits. We can also use it as an excuse to tighten up our security. And it made more sense as a weather balloon than it did as that. And if I'll be honest with you, is your battery gone on your camera, or are you picking your nose?
1 second.
So while Keith's out, I can insult the fuck out of him. So, yeah, he's not been on because he almost shit out his entire body weight. Yeah? I mean, like, entire body weight.
You're funny, man.
Yeah.
You're funny, man.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I don't know what it is. I mean, it's clearly aliens, but quite how, I'm not sure. And I mean, I'm trying to work out. Roswell's 1947, so if it's 70, I think that puts us in. Hang on.
79 years.
Yeah. So I think
June.
Obviously it's referencing something. If I'm not 1947, I've got to do this math in plus 79, 2026. Yeah. So Roswell. So obviously it's referencing Roswell. So it's obviously aliens, and the disclosure is that aliens are among us, but quite how, I don't know. Look, Spielberg alien film, I'm there for it. I mean, I know that you're not the biggest fan of all Spielberg stuff, but I kind of like it. There was that TV series he did about alien abductions and things a few years ago. That was quite good.
What was that called? Don't Probe Me. Not without
Carmen,
lube.
you've got an 8-foot satellite dish sticking out your ass. God damn it, I'm not got an 8-foot satellite dish sticking out my ass. I can't remember what it was called. Taken. There you go. I've got it on DVD somewhere. And that was quite good. This looks good. Look, I quite like Emily Blunt. I think this could be quite good. It's got me interested. It got me more interested than the first trailer did. That was a better trailer than the first one. So anyway, right, what should we talk about first?
I need you to cover for me because I need to go and do something because I didn't do something before the podcast. I started and I need to go and do something now.
He needs to go and have a wee.
So, I'm going to leave the microphone on so you can hear it. I'll be back in a second.
So I'll talk about Starfleet Academy then. You'd be surprised that I didn't watch the final 2 episodes because I kind of got annoyed with it to the point where I didn't want to watch it anymore. So I don't know quite how we're going to talk about this. I do know what happened in the final 2 episodes, and from what I've been told, it was really dumb. I like Paul what's his face's character, but the things that he says, again, the dialogue is really bad. I mean, he's a great actor and he plays quite an interesting bad guy, and if he'd been given better dialogue, it would have worked better as a bad guy. But you know, the whole it just I can't get past the writing. I can't get past the dialogue. I can't get past how they speak. It's just it doesn't sound like Star Trek. It sounds like a bunch of, you know, millennial bloody LA brats, and the way they talk. And again, that whole 4th episode where they're, you know, where he's doing the whole gym routine, even to the point where he's drinking protein. It's like, I think Starfleet Academy could have been interesting, but they had to set it in the Discovery universe. Why? Why didn't you set it at the end of like Picard season 3 after the Federation had been, you know, attacked by the Borg? That could have been more interesting. The gay Klingon doesn't really bother me. The whole him in a dress thing, it kind of already exists, but they got rid of it very quickly. But it is in the very first episodes of Next Gen. There is dudes walking around in dresses, so it's not entirely out of context with Star Trek. But you know that it was got rid of because people thought it was stupid, and they put it back in, and it was done again to create a talking point so that they could, you know, attack people. You see, this is the thing. I think some people believe that, you know, they're doing it. The reasons that everything in that show are for entirely the wrong reasons. Right? It's not natural, and it's done for entirely the wrong reasons.
I think that this is how if actual brain cancer was a TV show, it would be this TV show. It doesn't make any sense. The characters have had zero development whatsoever. The teachers haven't taught. The leaders haven't led. The Klingon isn't Klingon. Yeah, Cadet Cunty has done nothing to deserve whatever she's done. Yeah. The main one that we're supposed to be following, which is the Harry Potter of this fucking universe, is nothing like it. He's got no heroicism or anything like that. the what do they call her? They call her Brett Cooper, I think, because she looks like the YouTuber Brett Cooper. The Re-girl, the Bazoid Re-girl, yeah. They haven't got a clue. They don't know what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense. They don't know about anything about science. They don't know anything about people. They don't know anything about Star Trek. They don't know anything about anything, yeah? And that's, we all sit there and go, they can only write themselves because they don't know anything, yeah? Pick a fucking book up. Go to another country and try and talk their language and then have the French look at you going, you're English, aren't you? And yeah, but I tried in French. Yeah, you did.
They all behave like they are from LA. That's the thing. This is the thing, and this is what it is. Like, people who live in LA behave differently to a lot of people around America. We know that because we see it. You know, it's just bad, and brain cancer is what it's stupid. It's not the fact I can sit here and call it good or bad. Actually, it's stupid. It's dumb. And the thing is, it doesn't even have the production values that Discovery did. You can tell this had a much lower budget. And like the designs of the starships are fucking awful. I mean, the fact that the Athena looks like a bloody vagina, and it is deliberate.
Right. I'm going to show you, because Stargate fucking called this back ages ago, like early 2000s, yeah? So this episode fucking nails Starfleet Academy beforehand.
But since Nick Marlowe is holding out, one of the new junior executives at the network has suggested we recast the whole movie with younger, edgier versions of the team. Can you imagine that?
Yo, dog, what you do that for?
Dude, that hot chick was so totally a go.
Duh, I was still gonna tap that.
You don't appreciate me, do you?
I think you're so totally awesome.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, Wonder Bread, you got that address figured out yet?
Chill, T. I'm like translating as fast as I can.
I'm so sick of being treated like some sort of object to be worshipped. I'm a real person with real feelings.
You know, I don't think Mitchell likes me anymore.
I'm pregnant.
No.
Nope.
That's what Starfleet Academy is. It's
Yes.
that fucking little vignette from Stargate 200.
Yep.
And it's not as entertaining as that either.
Nope.
And it's so...
And again, it nails it because what it also hits the head of the writing, because the dialogue is all about now. They talk like they're from that era of LA, you know, brah and all that. But that's what Academy does. That's how Academy's written. They talk like they are from this era. There is no intelligence there. There's no changing the dialogue. Like, you know, it's just they're using colloquialisms and what do you call it? Idioms that are from now. And the dialogue, it's the single thing about modern Trek that really, and I've been saying it for years, but in Academy it's even worse. I mean, it is even worse. I mean, it was there in Discovery, but it is on speed in Academy.
It's like, have you gone back and watched any of the episodes of Space Above and Beyond?
I watched it a few years ago, and
go find an episode of Space Above and look how they talk in that. They talk exceptionally militaristic.
Yes.
The way they address the officers, everything is there. And the dialogue seems to stand up because of that.
Yes. You see, you look at Academy in a few years' time, it's going to be dated.
Yeah.
It's going to be dated, right? And the same with Strange New Worlds Season 3, especially in that fucking Ortega's brother, that character. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. You are writing a science fiction show set in the future. Fucking write the dialogue like that. Don't write it.
I'm gonna say one thing. I reckon if Kurtzman would have carried on, we would have wound up with something like this.
All right, people. We created this multi-billion-dollar
We would have got fucking
facility in the
marionette Star
Cheyenne
Trek.
Mountain so that we can use this thing. Anyone know how?
Sir, we thought you knew.
I do know this. We need to put together a team, starting with the most beautiful, battle-ready, scientific genius I know. Captain Dr. Samantha Carter.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Hang on a second. I want
What
to
can
get to
is
the bit
under our
where
noses though? Tired.
Where's the
Sergeant?
bit where the
What? It has to spin. It's round. But spinning is so much cooler than not spinning. I'm the
Sorry. Watch that. It's fucking far
But
superior
that's-
to anything there.
But that is, you can tell that's what's said in the writing room. Oh, we should do this. It's so much cooler. Academy. I mean, I thought Discovery was going to be bad, and as soon as I knew this was a sequel to Discovery, there are some things that are not as egregious in it as in Discovery. I mean, there is no character that is thoroughly dislikable like Michael Burnham. I mean, she was just thoroughly dislikable. These characters are all stupid and dumb, and it's not just because they're young. And again, I get that you have to depict young people in a slightly different way. But they've done that before in Star Trek, and they still make them... And yes, they are annoying. I never thought Academy was a good idea.
In Star Trek Next Generation, there is an episode called Lower Decks.
Yes, I know.
7th season. I don't remember where in the 7th season, but it's right towards the 7th season. Go and watch that. That's how they should have done younger people. They had it there sorted, and ironically, they named a show after it. But I think that hopefully the new owners will turn around and go, no more of this shit, and we'll get what we want.
That is the
good.
rumour. I mean, the fact that nothing is in production at the moment is telling. There is a film, supposedly. There is talk of this United series, and there is talk of something like Legacy.
Did you what was it? Did you hear about the last episode with the space mines?
I heard that they magically stabilized them.
So they managed to stabilize the mega particle version 47. One, they didn't put it under very good fucking lock if a couple of tinfoil ships and a guy who's in custody could get it. Two, instead of blockading an entire planet, because what they could have done is they could have blockaded an entire planet and used self-replicating mines that are powered by Omega, because they would be harder to take care of. And if you blew it up or you tried to do it, you then fuck all of subspace. That would have made sense. One planet, yeah? No, they did all of they did hundreds of thousands of light years.
I heard that they managed to surround the entire Federation, which, by the way, the Federation, the entire Federation, do you know how big that is? How many mines that you would have needed in order to do that? The sheer... It's incalculable. Right? There is there's a theme of books that I read, right, where an ancient alien race built a barrier around the galaxy, right? And it took them nearly 1 million years to do it. Right? Yeah. So half that is 250,000 years. This guy stole something from someone, and 5 minutes later, literally, 6 months at the most, right, passed between him nicking this stuff and then surrounding the entire Federation space. That's quarter the size of the galaxy. Dumb Dum 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 dum.
To quote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, space is big. It's mind-bogglingly big. You think it's a long way down to the chemists. It's big. Yeah, it's that kind of knocked me a bit. But hey, it's one of those things. I'm just. Can we talk about Paradise? I really enjoyed Paradise. Let's do Paradise. You gave me brain
cancer. Are you enjoying season 2 of Paradise?
Yes, I am enjoying it. It's totally fucking different from the other season, though. And the best episode so far was episode 3 when they went back to the bunker. Yeah. It's nice knowing what's happened on the outside, but the bunker is where the interesting shit's happening. So it should have started with episode 3, or they should have cut episode 3 up into bits and then sprinkled it throughout the season. I think that would have worked better. The idea of him going out and finding his wife and then not finding his wife, that's quite good. The woman with the Elvis thing, I think it's gonna pan out towards the end good, if that makes any sense. But it's this change is slightly jarring, and I think it's because I rewatched Paradise season 1 before I watched this one, which didn't help. And it's good. I'm still enjoying it though. I like the Xavier character. He's good. The actor's good. The supporting characters are quite good. The thing with Sinatra where she's stolen some kind of technology to do something to the world. It's quantum, and you know what the scary thing is, and this is the bit that's getting me. I think it might have something to do with time travel, because he keeps getting visions of the future, and so does the other guy. So yeah, I think it might be time travel-esque. Some way of fixing the thingy pushing us down a divergent path that doesn't exist and doesn't involve the planet boiling. Which I am worried about. But I think it can be handled quite well. I like the way they turned up to the bunker. And it's like kind of, we're not going to knock politely the next time. They got a fucking tank. I've seen it in the trailer. We've all seen it in the trailer. They're going to use a tank to try and get through those fucking doors, which is going to be good. Because it's how they defend, because there's only a limited amount of weapons. We know that there is something that Sinatra is doing with the power that she's siphoning off, which may be the time travel thing, which Xavier keeps getting the weird flash forwards of, and so does the other guy. I like the fact that we got to see old Will back. I can't remember his name.
Flash forwards? Where have I missed those? Where are the flash forwards?
Have you not seen the flash?
No.
There's him and the guy who's leading the thing. They're walking down a corridor with bright lights. He's got a beard to indicate that time's passed, because that's the easy way of indicating time's passed, facial hair. Yeah. And so's the other guy, and they're walking down a corridor, a very well lit corridor together. He saw it when he had the plane crash, and the other guy saw it before he told the woman that he wanted her to come with her, and she said no. And the guy was saying, we have to go now. They got headaches.
I thought that was a flashback.
It's a flash forward.
I have to go and watch it again.
When was that guy in the bunker then? If it was a flashback, when was that guy in the bunker with him? He wasn't. It's a flash forward. He's seeing a flash forward.
Okay, I'll go and watch it again.
Go back and watch it, and you'll go, oh fuck, it is a flash forward. Because the first time I watched it, I was like, what's going on here? It's just like it might be an alternative kind of university thing. But they are together, and he's got a beard, which indicates the future.
I thought it was weird how they spent an entire episode on the Elvis bird to kill her off a couple of episodes down the line.
It's the baby.
And I felt that it's a bit... We got answers. It asked questions. We got answers pretty quickly. But there's a lot of storylines going on here, and you're not getting the answers, and you're almost forgetting these these things. It doesn't feel as fluid as season 1. There's a lot more going on, and you're not focusing on that enough. So we've got, bloke who knocks up Elvis Bird, who's knocked on the thing, and we haven't seen him since, right? For like 3 episodes now.
No, we've seen him. Episode 3. He was at the end of episode 3.
That was the last episode. We're now at the end of episode 5, and we've only got 3 more left in order to mop up this season. And I don't quite get. I mean, and the other thing is, there's a few things that are predictable. Like, I saw almost in the last episode, almost a quarter of the way in, that, you know, matey that was with him was a knob, you know, was dodgy, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, when you first see him turn up, oh, he's not dodgy, he's a nice guy. And then when he starts building the bunker and he's upset, it's like, hang on, why are you obsessing over it? But and the way he ignores the kid.
So what I found with that was, please don't be the guy who shot him. Please don't be the guy who shot him. Please don't be the guy who shot him. And then he turns around and he is the guy who shot him. And you're like, fuck. Because that group there, that have got the train, they're heading to Colorado to the bunker as well.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the other group for the bunker. And it's like, great. So you're going to get a reinforcements moment, where they're going to think they're safe. And then the next group's going to turn up. It's, it's not as good as the first one because it doesn't have that thing. All the stuff that's happening in the bunker is far more interesting than what's going out inside the real world. I'm hoping it all pan out. I'm hoping it will all make sense. But there is the hint of time travel.
I need to go and watch that again to see where
and watch it again. Right, listen to the matey's boss who was killed off. So I can't remember the character's name. The one who knocked up Elvis Bird. His boss, who let Will kill him, was doing something quantum. And they always quantum. It used to be tachyons, but now it's quantum. All right. He was doing something quantum, and he was doing it with someone called Alex, who is in the bunker, who's working for Sinatra, and Bird, who knocked up Elvis, man who knocked up Elvis Bird, wants to kill Alex for reasons. Yeah. And it's like, okay. And then there's a weird flash forwards. I kind of trust the writer a bit more here than I would most writers.
Yeah.
And the showrunner. And I think if they're leading, it may not be as good as the first season, but it will feel satisfying. You'll go that and go, okay, that filled a need, a niche, that we needed sorted. But yeah, you're right. There are a few bits here and there, and I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing something that's obvious, and then having it revealed to you that it was obvious. If that makes any sense, you don't need to subvert expectations 100% of the time. If you've lined it up, the confirmation, if it's sold to you right, still works.
I get that, but this show was not. But this show was never predictable.
No, it was predictable in places. It always did that because it always did that. Here are 2 predictable things. Here's 1 unpredictable thing. Yeah, it would give you 2 predictable things on 1 unpredictable thing, and that's how it worked. Yeah, especially when it got towards the end. Yeah, because you're like, okay, fair enough. You knew that the grandfather wasn't a complete arsehole towards Cal. Yeah, we got to see that he wasn't a complete arsehole towards Cal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't done towards Cal. So there was we know this, but here's the twist because he thought his son was Cal. So it gives you, I said, something predictable, then put the twist on it. So we don't know what's going to go on there. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, because you've still got that psycho bird who murdered the president. Because I was watching that, and then I was like, Tanith watched it too, and we're like, she's like, when she went out with a run and they were on their own, part of me's like, don't murder him, don't murder him, don't murder him, don't murder him. And then the music came on. I went, fuck, he is dead. He is so that guy is deader than a fucking can of Spam. It's over for him. And then it was like, I blinked, and then it was like, and then he just started pissing blood everywhere. And then the woman turned up, and I went, oh, fuck me. I was like, oh, dude, because it made sense that she was trying to pursue her, trying to get there on time, and this, that, and the other. And it was just, that worked. Again, predictable, but interesting. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being predictable and interesting because it's like, you can still, it's like watching a car. It's going to drive off the cliff. It's gone off the cliff. Yeah, it's not I don't think that's a problem. I never think I've never thought that was a problem in stories. Twists are good. Yeah, but if you're saying you're going down one... Actually, to be honest with you, it's worse than the other way around, yeah? If you're saying going down one direction, you don't go down that direction, you feel cheated. More, though.
True.
And it falls into the Ryan Johnson school of subverting expectations. No, fulfill expectations. Sometimes it looks like he's going to kill him. Oh, he's killed him. Now what happens? Yeah? Because that's the thing. It's like, because he's killed him, this then happens, yeah?
No, I mean, there's a lot to resolve in 3 episodes. Well, there's a planned 3rd season. So
yeah, 3 from the start.
We'll see what happens. I will go back and watch it again because you've now... I haven't done that with these episodes, but I suppose I haven't felt I've wanted to. But now that you're saying this, it's like, okay, what the fuck have I missed? Because I always miss stuff. And I watched the first 2 episodes... the first season I watched twice. I watched those episodes twice because I was missing details, but I was more into it, and I haven't been into this. But maybe it's a mood thing. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it.
No, you're right not to be into it because, as I said, the bunker stuff is the more interesting stuff. Yeah, and that's where the story kind of has its strength, is in the bunker stuff and being outside the bunker.
Because I mean, you've got this whole prison under there where the creator of the bunker's been thrown, and you see that in episode 2, and we haven't seen anything since then.
3.
Was it 3 that he was chucked
Episode
in
1 was Elvis Bird. Episode 2 was Xavier. Episode 3 was Back to the Bunker.
Right. So episode 3, right, and Son of President's been thrown in there, and then we haven't seen anything since then. And it's like, usually when you saw something like that, you get an answer in the next episode, and you haven't had that this season. And that's why it's felt slightly disjointed. It's like, what's going on there? I want to know what's going on there. President gets killed. Fucking totally deserved to get killed. What a moron.
Did you get... Hang on a second. Did you get President Clark vibes from B5 from him?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, because he looks like him. Fucking yes. He looks like him. Yes, you're right. Yes, he does. But yeah, anyway. Well, we'll continue with Paradise. It's tomorrow. So, yeah.
Tomorrow.
New episode tomorrow. Anyway.
So, on that note, this slightly extended episode, thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone. Thank you in the chats. I'm going to give... Laurie gets comment of the episode with looks interesting, love Emily Blunt. So, because I like Emily Blunt too. Overall, we like Emily Blunt. So, thank you very much for watching. It's been great. We'll be back next week. We will be back next week, won't we, Keith?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be back next week. And we'll catch you then. Cheers. Say goodbye.
Bye.